Now that all the yarn is caked up from the reclaiming yarn projects, I want to give you a little step-by-step for how I'm making this oversized cardigan. I'll share this in a series with the separate steps. The instructions for the first few rows are showing on the screen so you can pause and see what you need to do for each row. When we get to the fifth row, you'll just repeat the pattern over and over again until it's the size you want. So then you can come back and do the steps all over again because the first part of the oversized cardigan is actually making two different panels. I'm only going to show you the process of making one, and then when I'm ready, I'll come back for step 3 to show you how to sew or crochet it all together. Other videos may have slightly different instructions for how you start this project or how to start a granny square. I'm sharing what works best for me in hopes that this may help some others figure out a way that works best for them. I find that I am better able to work on and finish projects when I'm not trying to follow all the rules. Instead, I use the rules as inspiration, compare it to what works for me and what I've done before, and I kind of just make things my own. Ultimately, if you're familiar with a granny square, this is just like that, except instead of having 4 corners, you add 2 extra corners, so there are 6 corners. When you get to the step 2 video, you'll see it start to take the shape of the cardigan a little bit when you fold it in just the right way. So as I'm posting this video, I am still working on making this cardigan. So if you're watching this when it's first posted, you may need to wait a couple weeks or more before the final steps are posted. I'll ask for your patience for that. The other thing you'll want to consider if you're making this yourself is how much yarn you need and what colors you want it to be. My kid asked for purple, and I had some old projects with this purple multicolor yarn, but I knew I wasn't going to have enough, so I'm mixing it with the same type of yarn that comes in black, white, and gray. I can't tell you exactly how much you're going to need because it's very personal, how big you want it, etc. But many people will change colors and others have solid colors for a cardigan like this. So I'm always one to just try to get extra yarn just in case. The one I made for myself last year has Reggie Biv colors because I love rainbows, and I'm currently wearing it right now while I record this. And I had some leftover skeins from a rainbow blanket that I made. I did end up having to go and get more yarn, and it's not perfectly symmetrical, but it's something I wear often during the winter to help me warm up, and the rainbow colors really make me happy. I'm curious if you follow the rules or follow a pattern when you're making projects, or if you're somebody like myself who just kind of wings it, or you get inspiration and then you figure something out based on that inspiration. Let me know below in the comments, and I hope you follow along for more.